All right, well, we just wrapped up day 3 here, and feel like we had a pretty good day here. Able to add 4 really good football players to the roster. This is I just want to say thank you to the whole staff. This is really a team effort between the scouts, the coaches, the trainers, medical team, our IT people, to put this here together. So, we feel really good about it. The guys we were able to add here over the last couple of days. High football character guys, tough, competitive, smart, and obviously really good football players. So, with that, I'll take your questions.
Go first to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
What's going on, Mike?
How you doing, Sam?
Good. I assume that, before every day, you guys sort of map things out and try and get a feel for how it's going to go. How did this reality compare to what you would hope for today? And Brad, I'll have one more question too.
Sam, the board really fell to us the way we wanted it to. I think when you're going through the process, you're always trying to obviously get the best value for the players and also try to, marry up value with need. And I think, we did a really good job of staying patient through the draft. And, the players that fell to us, we felt really good.
And then I wanted to ask you about Trey Smith as well. I'm not going to ask you to answer for the other 31 teams on why he fell, but we assume It's probably to do with the medicals. And I'm wondering what gave you guys the confidence, or what was that process that gave you guys the confidence in making that pick? And then just what do you feel about the player as well?
Obviously a very good football player. He's one of the top guards in the country here, for the last couple of years. Our medical staff with Rick Burkholder and our doctors, fully vetted the situation. So we feel completely, comfortable where he's at medically to play for us. And we're just really excited to add him to the roster here.
Go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing, Adam?
Good, thanks. You guys checked a lot of positional boxes in this draft. Now,
Yep.
I know that the goal is to get good players regardless of position, but was it a priority at all to get some good young players at a lot of different spots in this draft? And Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
Yeah, obviously when you're going through these big acquisition periods, and the draft being one of the bigger ones, you're looking at your needs. And, we went through free agency and we knew where we had to get better. Obviously, offensive line was a priority for us. As the board falls, you always want to take the best player available, while trying to marry up that need. And I think it really fell to us, perfectly this year. The board really did fall to us. So, we were able to fill some holes at, linebacker, offensive line, defensive end. We're able to pick up a tight end, a receiver, and another guard. So, we feel really good about, the needs that we had and, filling those needs with value on the board.
Okay. And you talked about all you've done with the offensive line. Was this more than you anticipated when you guys took on this project? Did you know you'd end up with as much as you got in terms of free agents, the trade, and the 2 guys you picked in the draft?
Obviously, Adam, it was a priority for us. So, we attacked it. We knew it was a weakness for us, and we went out and attacked it. Do we know we were going to be here at this point? I don't know. And I don't think it's ever going to, every phase that we go through, even when we, leave the draft here, we're going to constantly, look for trades, waiver wire claims, guys, on the street as free agents. And that goes for all the positions, really, Adam. But certainly, offensive line, obviously was a priority for us. And I think we went out, we were aggressive with it. And, we feel good where we're at right now.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Mike, thank you for taking some time with us. As you mentioned, it really felt like best player available met what you guys needed, and it sort of felt perfectly for you, and you were able to be patient really throughout what would be the 3 days even without the pick. And I was curious with Orlando Brown, just why did he unlock, and why was he such a key for you guys to secure as part of being able to wait for the best player in the need to fall to you?
Well, obviously left tackle is a premier position in the league. And we studied the draft and where we were at 31. And, we obviously looked into trading up at some points with other teams. And, we felt if we could fill that need before the draft happened, we could sit there and really take the best player available. And, that's what we did. And we felt good with that.
Let's go next to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Mike. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing
Good to see
well
you.
and
Hey, you
get
too,
some
Matt.
much needed rest soon. Is what you need.
Yeah.
Hey, specifically about Noah Gray. Curious about what you kind of see in him. Is he strictly, a tight end project, somebody that you could see filling that number 2 role, or is he more of a chess piece? Is he somebody who can play multiple positions and do different things for you that maybe you just don't have a guy like that right now?
Yeah. So, he's a receiving tight end. It has played a little bit of fullback. So he's done that in the past, a little bit of that Senior Bowl as well. So yeah, there's a lot of value with Noah. Obviously, his strength is he's a route runner. He's a crafty, savvy route runner that can get open. And I think he'll learn from Travis, one of the best in the league. And, I think he's in a good spot here. And, I think Coach Reed is going to find ways to get him into the offense.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, Eric?
Hey, I'm doing well, thanks. I can't help but notice your all juice sweatshirt, and
Yeah.
you've been in Kansas City since what, 2009-ish, and
Yeah.
you've had the opportunity to develop a relationship with Torres. Why was it important for you to wear the shirt and to pay tribute to Torres?
I think being here so long, we were able to develop a relationship. And, obviously you guys work with him and know him. He was a tremendous person, first of all. And then, over the years, I got to see him. I remember, coming back from the combine and being at the airport and being at the same gate. And then we just go over players. And the thing that really struck me is he wasn't just trying to collect information. He cared about it so much that he would watch tape and and when he had his all juice team, I would read it. And, we really, just admired him as a person and really respected him for the job that he did. And, he's really going to be missed.
Next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Mike, thanks for those words and good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you, Nate.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the Orlando Brown trade as well as it relates to the draft. We talk so much about the continuity in the coaching staff, but I wonder in the front office, how much of that was a factor in understanding the benefits of, one, getting a player that you knew could be ready to start next season, and two, just what are those conversations like in the front office that allow you guys to have success in both avenues when you're trying to kind of walk a tightrope there?
Yeah. So, we've a lot of us have been here for a long time and worked together. There's a lot of trust in what we do. We are, as a staff now, we are constantly in communication, whether it's in the office, on the phone, text messaging. So, we obviously, we took a swing at Trent in free agency and we were going to explore every avenue and working together with the scouts and the coaching staff together and also our cap guys. When you come to a decision like that, you really feel comfortable because the communication is at an all-time high. And we were all in this together doing this. And then when you make moves like this, you have to be. So we felt really good, having to acquire Orlando here to the team.
And we'll go last to Nick Jacobs. Go ahead, Nick.
Mike, I'm curious for you, with this draft class collectively, is there any common traits or characteristics that these guys share that added value to this roster?
Yeah. So, obviously the first part is you're always looking for the talent, right? And I think if you can marry up talent with the traits that we're looking for in the individual, which are tough, smart, competitive football players. And that's why I feel really good about this draft. I think we're able to marry those two up. The talent that we evaluated on film, in addition to their character. Usually when you have those things combined together, usually it works out pretty well.
Mike, we really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.